Today our topic is, can Stoicism make you happier? Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that started in Greece and became popular in Rome. It teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. Many people think that happiness comes from having money, fame, or comfort. But Stoicism says that true happiness comes from within, from how we think and act, not from outside things. Let's explore how Stoicism can help us live happier lives. First, Stoicism teaches us to accept what we cannot change. Life is full of things we cannot control, like the weather, other people's actions, or unexpected events. When we try to control these things, we often feel frustrated and unhappy. But if we learn to accept them, we can find peace. For example, if it rains on the day we planned a picnic, we can either complain and feel upset, or we can accept it and find another way to enjoy the day. Stoicism helps us focus on our own reactions, not on the things we cannot change. This can make us feel more calm and less stressed. Second, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. We cannot control everything in life, but we can control our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. When we focus on these things, we feel more powerful and less helpless. For example, if we lose our job, we cannot change the fact that it happened. But we can control how we respond. We can choose to look for a new job, learn new skills, or see this as an opportunity to start something new. By focusing on what we can do, we feel more in control of our lives, and this can make us happier. Third, Stoicism teaches us to practice gratitude. Many people spend their lives wanting more and more. Money, more success, more things. But Stoicism reminds us to be thankful for what we already have. When we take time to appreciate the good things in our lives, we feel more content and less anxious. For example, instead of focusing on what we don't have, we can be grateful for our health, our family, or even the small joys like a good meal or a sunny day. Gratitude helps us see the positive side of life, and this can make us happier. Fourth, Stoicism teaches us to face challenges with courage. Life is not always easy, and we will face difficulties, failures, and pain. But Stoicism says that these challenges are opportunities to grow and become stronger. When we face problems with courage, we learn to overcome them, and this makes us more confident and resilient. For example, if we fail at something, we can either give up or see it as a chance to learn and improve. By facing challenges bravely, we become better people, and this can bring us happiness. Fifth, Stoicism teaches us to live in the present moment. Many people spend their time worrying about the future or regretting the past. But Stoicism reminds us that the only moment we truly have is now. When we focus on the present, we can enjoy life more fully. For example, instead of worrying about what might happen tomorrow, we can enjoy the time we have with our family or friends today. By living in the moment, we feel more alive and less stressed, and this can make us happier. Sixth, Stoicism teaches us to practice self-discipline. It is easy to give in to our desires and emotions, but Stoicism says that true happiness comes from mastering ourselves. When we practice self-discipline, we make better choices and live according to our values. For example, instead of eating too much or spending too much money, we can choose to be moderate and responsible. Self-discipline helps us live a balanced life, and this can bring us long-term happiness. Seventh, Stoicism teaches us to be kind and just. It reminds us that we are all part of a larger community, and our actions affect others. When we treat people with kindness and fairness, we build better relationships and create a better world. For example, instead of being selfish or angry, we can choose to be understanding and helpful. By being kind and just, we feel more connected to others, and this can make us happier. Eighth, Stoicism teaches us to let go of things that don't matter. Many people spend their lives chasing things like fame, wealth, or status. But Stoicism says that these things are not important for true happiness. When we let go of these superficial goals, we can focus on what really matters, like our relationships, our values, and our inner peace. For example, instead of trying to impress others, we can focus on being true to ourselves. By letting go of what doesn't matter, we feel freer and more content, and this can make us happier. Ninth, Stoicism teaches us to accept death. This may sound strange, but Stoicism says that thinking about death can help us appreciate life more. When we remember that life is short, we are more likely to live fully and meaningfully. For example, instead of wasting time on trivial things, we can focus on what truly matters to us. By accepting death, we feel more grateful for the time we have, and this can make us happier. 10th, Stoicism teaches us to be humble. Many people think they are better than others or deserve special treatment. But Stoicism reminds us that we are all equal and that no one is perfect. When we are humble, we are more open to learning and growing. For example, instead of being proud or arrogant, we can admit our mistakes and try to improve. By being humble, we feel more connected to others and more at peace with ourselves, and this can make us happier. In conclusion, Stoicism can make us happier by teaching us to accept what we cannot change, focus on what we can control, practice gratitude, face challenges with courage, live in the present moment, practice self-discipline, be kind and just. Let go of things that don't matter, accept death, and these lessons help us live a more balanced, meaningful, and peaceful life. Happiness is not about having more, but about being more and more mindful, more resilient, more grateful, and more kind. If we follow the principles of Stoicism, we can find true happiness within ourselves, no matter what happens in the outside world. So, can Stoicism make you happier? The answer is yes, if you are willing to learn and practice its teachings. It may not be easy, but it is worth it. By embracing Stoicism, we can live a life of purpose, peace, and happiness.